Since 2017, Phil has been inviting viewers along for his outdoor adventures on his YouTube channel, Hike Slam. His videos offer an inside look at everything from solo camping in remote forests to the ins and outs of prepping for multi-day hikes and choosing reliable gear. Basically, a complete guide for anyone who loves the outdoors. The night before Thanksgiving in 2021, Phil set out for an overnight trek on the Appalachian Trail, not far from his place in Virginia. The first part felt like any other hike, but soon he started noticing something strange. Bits of trash scattered along the path, some with handwritten messages that looked like song lyrics. It was puzzling. Who would take the time to write out lyrics or poems on plastic containers just to discard them in the woods? As Phil pressed further into the wilderness, things only got weirder. When he neared his campsite, he stumbled across a new batch of unsettling notes. The mystery was just beginning.
What the hell?
Some of the notes looked like cryptic poems. Others veered into full-blown conspiracy theories, mentions of undercover federal agents, secret missions, and shadowy figures in the trees. A few read more like diary entries, bits of someone's life story spilled across snack wrappers and plastic bottles. Whether the same person who wrote them was also responsible for what Phil found next was impossible to say. But the odds didn't exactly scream coincidence. Right next to the notes was a dead duck, not a decoy, a real, recently deceased duck. And unless ducks had suddenly taken up poetry, it was safe to assume someone had put it there on purpose. As Phil stood there processing this bizarre scene, he spotted a tarp and the glow of a dying campfire about 20 yards off. Someone was, or had been, camped nearby. Probably the kind of person who brings poultry to the woods for reasons that don't involve dinner. Phil, exercising the kind of judgment you hope all solo hikers possess, gave the campsite a wide berth and quietly continued up the trail toward the nearest shelter. Luckily, the rest of Phil's hike to the new shelter was much calmer. Once he arrived, he set up camp, built a fire, and finally got to relax with his dinner, far from the unsettling notes he'd discovered earlier. Later that night, after darkness had settled in, Phil wandered into the shelter to check out the camp log, curious to read the messages and stories left by other hikers. That's when things took another chilling turn.
Shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally. Great day on the AT. This was in August. Huh. Someone left some PBRs here, I guess. It's nice and little trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second. Hold on, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
Despite the fact that Phil's current shelter is over 2 miles away and on the complete opposite side of the road from his earlier discovery, the handwriting in the camp log is a perfect match for what he found on those notes and trash containers. Because apparently, this mysterious individual has nothing better to do than hike around, leaving creepy messages in multiple locations. This coincidence is unsettling enough on its own, but things get significantly worse when Phil actually starts reading what this person has written in the logbook.
Let's see if this makes any sense. Sorry if the lighting's bad. I'm just gonna see what it says. Cleaned the outhouse. Picked up trash. Collected wood for others. See Charlie Daniels' Simple Man lyrics, which I used in 2013 Facebook post. And note the rope I found with the silicone sealant can 2 miles south of that. I left it on a stump. In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. Here in early 2017, Trump, Nebo, allowed Obama to have the special use of the Air Force One for a trip to Palm Springs. This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary. Kind of weird. Those women down there said they were going to call the police on the guy. I know it's really hard to read in this light. Sorry about that. Let me move that there. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes in a completely different direction. And there's just so much of it. Like this line up here. Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of Little Mrs. Wolf. Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character. In the past, the Russian collusion assertion have been followed up on many occasions with the advancement of illusions that would show discord in fiction between the colluding parties. You're falling faster. Obey your master. And Metallica lyrics. What the heck? Okay, that's crazy.
It's already unsettling enough knowing there's a convicted felon wandering the woods, leaving cryptic and gloomy notes everywhere. Judging by the ramblings, this guy probably isn't exactly the poster child for mental stability. Not the ideal situation for Phil, especially since night has fallen and he's not exactly armed to the teeth. As Phil gets ready to sleep in his tent, he takes one last trip to the shelter, only to spot half a Gatorade bottle dangling from the ceiling, sporting yet another note in the same handwriting. Watch out for Yeet Mouse. The dead do walk and talk. Because you know that's just what you want to read before bed. Reasonably creeped out by this latest message, Phil tries to settle in for the night, though it's safe to say he's not exactly at ease. And, as luck would have it, the one thing you really don't want in this situation, mysterious noises outside your tent, starts happening. Sure enough, as he's drifting off, Phil hears movement near the shelter. Peeking out, he spots a lone figure with a headlamp circling the area. Deciding this is not the night to play detective, Phil quietly packs up and heads back to his truck, glancing over his shoulder the whole way just in case. Fortunately, he makes it home in one piece, though probably not in a hurry to go back for seconds. Love Sundays is a YouTube channel focused on van life adventures, primarily set in Cornwall, UK. The channel features content such as van camping, stealth camping, snorkeling, surfing, and exploring hidden coves and scenic spots around Cornwall. In September 2022, he decided to go camping in his van. As dusk approached, he scouted for a discreet spot to park his van, careful to interpret the parking signs and blend in with the other vehicles nearby. Determined not to draw attention, Sean kept his routine quiet and low-key. He cooked tortellini inside the van with all the doors and windows shut, sweating in the summer heat, but prioritizing stealth over comfort. To avoid being noticed, he even took his dinner outside, wandering away from the van to eat in peace, blending in with the evening scenery. Everything was going smoothly on this camping trip until things suddenly took a turn for the worse.
I just heard something outside. Okay, I think they've gone. They literally tried to get in the van. It wasn't just a knocking, they were trying the handle. Let me check outside. My heart was pounding then. I mean, they were either trying to move me on or trying to break into the van. Either way, not pleasant.
Someone had not only knocked, but tried to open the door. Sean's nerves were on edge as he listened for more sounds, clutching a metal pole for reassurance. Whether it was someone trying to move him on or an attempted break-in, the experience left him shaken and sleepless. Morning brought relief and a bit of irony. While Sean had spent the night trying to be invisible, other campers nearby were openly popping their roofs and making themselves at home. It was then he realized, maybe the real secret to stealth camping is just acting like you belong. And if anyone does try to break into your van, hopefully they're just looking for a good tortellini recipe. Alyssa Vanilla is a solo female traveler and van life content creator, known for her adventures across the United States. She documents her experiences living in converted vehicles, including a GMC Safari and a Chevrolet Sonic, sharing insights into nomadic living and the challenges of life on the road.
Excited to spend
Alyssa was in the middle of sharing her
right
latest
now,
adventure with her
it's pretty much
followers,
100 degrees.
camping
In fact,
alone in the
next week it's gonna
quiet
be
desert,
over 100 degrees
when
every day
suddenly
there.
a strange car pulled up
And I'm
right
just
next to her
testing to
van.
see- Hi.
Doing okay?
Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot.
I'm fine right now. I don't know if I'll stay here, but I just wanted to check it out and see. It's pretty
So
hot
do
though.
you do this, like, is this what you do for a living? Do you, like, travel around or what?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah?
Yep.
So
Gotta
how
wait.
long have you been doing this for?
I've been in the van for like almost a year, last November, so getting close. But I was traveling around in my car since 2020, so it's been a while.
So you've been a nomad for a while.
Yeah, yes, I'm used to it.
And you're...
Just a friendly guy offering to help out a solo female camper. At least that's how it looked at first. But sometimes, what seems like kindness can feel off for a reason.
Alright, well, just so you know, so you're not worried, I drive by, when I'm here, I actually work in Colorado. I live
Oh.
here, like a mile and a half from here.
Okay.
And so I kind of drive through when I'm here, just checking on people, making sure they got water, got what they need.
Cool.
So if you do stay, I'll see you again, but that's all I'm doing.
Right.
Nothing spooky.
Okay. Well.
I had shit stolen from my house 2
Hmm.
years ago. So 2 years ago I started doing that. I started making myself open to people that were out here,
Mhm.
giving them my name so they knew who I was, so
Mhm.
they saw my face, and you
Yeah.
know what? It's worked for me. Nobody steals shit from my house.
And what is your name?
Johnny, if you need water, I have a hose outside that runs all the time. You're willing to see.
shower?
After the unsettling encounter and an unexpected invitation to shower at his house, Alyssa decided to play it cool, finish folding her laundry, and pack up to leave. But maybe that wasn't the best call, because not long after, the man circled back around, making the situation even more tense.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
so you have a guy
Uh-huh.
on the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup, and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people, but I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that. And I was like, I turned and looked and went, well, her fucking camper is right in the open.
Yeah. So did you catch him watching me, or did he just tell you that he was watching me?
When I pulled up, he had his field glasses up, looking this direction, and I was like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody that needs water. So anyway, he's, see that white truck underneath the tree?
I'm right in the tree view, so.
All right, come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck.
It was a white truck.
It's white and burgundy.
Was he truly trying to help her? Or was he creating a sense of danger just to make her panic and trust him instead? It's a troubling question that highlights how difficult it can be to judge someone's intentions, especially when you're alone and vulnerable. Sometimes people use invented threats or dramatic stories as a way to gain trust or control, making their help seem necessary or even urgent.
Honestly, I'd move to the other side.
So, I mean, I did want to stay because it's nice out here and it's quiet, but if there's somebody watching me, then obviously I don't think I should stay out here at all.
Well, that's fine. That's your choice too.
Yeah. That's really sucks. It was really nice out here, but well, at least I got to put my laundry away. It's always easier to do housekeeping out in the open rather than in the city somewhere. So just finishing up my laundry and then I'll probably have to leave, but that's okay. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Reflecting on the experience, one viewer, an ex-policeman, offered a chilling perspective. As an ex-policeman, I can tell you, you handled this exceptionally well. There was no one up on the mountain. He was creating a story to cover for himself. I cannot stress enough. You dodged a bullet. His bizarre silence and staring was enough. Learn from this, Alyssa, and thank God you're sharing this to help others. Was he a real threat? We may never know for certain, but Alyssa's story is a powerful reminder. Trust your instincts, stay aware, And don't be afraid to leave when something feels off. Sometimes, sharing your experience can help protect someone else. The YouTube channel, Project Amber, is focused on van life, adventure, and DIY camper living. The creator documents their experiences living full-time in a self-built camper van, traveling around the UK and Europe, and tackling various challenges on the road. While journeying through the winding roads of the French mountains, his fridge unexpectedly stopped working. After kneeling down to inspect the issue and fiddling with the wiring for a while, he decided to carry it outside, thinking the open space and natural light might make things easier. But once outside, he noticed something unusual, something that made him pause.
Now I'm sure with house fridges you're supposed to... No. Right, so I'm pretty sure with a house fridge, if you move it, you're supposed to leave it like 12 or 24 hours to settle, for the gas to settle. Now I've just flipped it upside down and back again, so I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there. Can you see something? I'm not. There's actually a well. Just where I'm parked, you go down this little track and there's a well with a big metal bar on it. And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the well. Instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I don't know, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the out of me.
Later that evening, he began sharing updates on his story.
Oh no. A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well and it stopped. I mean, that thing's wild freaky. It's like something out of the Ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. I asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond then. She just carried on walking. So I carried on a bit and then thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone. So up that way, that's where my van is, and that goes to the road. But down where she went that way, there's nothing, and there's nothing for miles. Where did she go? I'm gonna leave.
Who was that girl, and what was she doing out there? No clue, and I'm not about to go ask her. Some things are better left unknown, like the ingredients in gas station hot dogs. Happy Hippie is a YouTube channel where the creator shares videos about foraging, outdoor cooking, and living simply in nature. The content mainly focuses on daily routines, preparing meals from wild ingredients, and spending time outdoors, offering a straightforward look at a lifestyle centered around simplicity and nature. In this video, he chooses to camp in a bothy, a simple, unlocked shelter usually found in remote, mountainous regions of Scotland, northern England, and Wales. Bothies are open for anyone to use, free of charge, offering basic protection from the elements for hikers and outdoor enthusiasts.
About it when it's doing something you love, so I don't agree with that. I do agree with doing things you're passionate about in life. You only live once, life goes by pretty fucking quick, so get out there and do what you love. Well, I have made it to my home for the night and it looks beautiful. Let's go see if anyone's in.
Everything seemed perfectly ordinary at first. He checked the shelter to make sure he wasn't about to stumble into an unexpected roommate, then set about cooking his dinner. But as the evening wore on, he began to hear mysterious noises from somewhere nearby. Apparently, even in the middle of nowhere, you can't always count on peace and quiet.
I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that.
But I've not got to you. Well, maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fucking with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. If it was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on. But I've not heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this. Fucking hell. This is gonna be a fun night. Now walking around into the room, and then I go in there and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Yeah, cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some reggae, and I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm going to enjoy my time by this fire and have an amazing day tomorrow, back out in nature where I belong. So peace and love, good night.
Fortunately, nothing unsettling happened in the end, unless you count slightly overcooked dinner. But honestly, would you have the nerve to spend the night in a cabin with a haunted reputation? Or would you need a ghost to help you pack your bags? On the surface, Cursed Urban is just another exploration channel. Creepy places, strange symbols, whispers in the dark. But look closer, and it starts to feel like something else. The stories are too clean, the timing too perfect. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's a story dressed up as truth. Either way, it's a ride, and they know exactly how to keep you questioning what you just saw. This video documents the host's attempt to spend the night in a forest long rumored to be haunted. As darkness falls, he begins to notice a series of unusual and unexplained occurrences. Strange noises echoing through the trees, fleeting glimpses of movement in the shadows, and a growing sense of unease that makes the atmosphere increasingly tense. What could be out there?
Alright guys, so we are all set up. You get my lights adjusted, and we're going to wander out and around this area. We're going to do some spirit talker, and we're going to see if we get anything. Let me get this ISO bumped up to some unacceptable level. So we got quite a bit of area to explore. Just right here, not really leaving the campsite or camp area. So we're going to take full advantage of this, especially since the old camp area, you know, is where the accidents happen. If this is the old camp area, like I said, it's kind of unverified. Excuse me, it's kind of unverified. But let's try it. And already seeing some eyes glowing in the night is giving me hope. We got Spirit Talker up, and let's see if we hear anything. If there's anything out here that would like to communicate with me, please feel free. My name is Dan. I mean to take nothing from you. All I want is to learn about this land and the secrets that are here. If you'd like to communicate with me, please use this device I have in my hand. Simply talk to it like you're talking to me, and I will be able to hear your response. If not, if you don't want to communicate, please don't make me feel like you were pressured to or obligated to. I don't mean to come here and order you around and demand and trespass on your property. First one we got is bored. Like wooden board, not like I'm bored. Is there anything I should know about this land? I've heard there's been accidents here. Lad. Board and lad. Oh, this is an old trail too. This is an old trail as well, guys. Look at this. See it? See how it runs straight through there? I think this is a spot. I think that this was the old campsite. Because there's a bunch of these old trails running everywhere. Yeah, dude, this was 100% an old trail. Look at that. Can you tell me if this was an old campsite?
After a brief, uneasy exchange with the spirits, Dan continued deeper into the forest, drawn by something he couldn't explain, until a sudden shift in the air made him stop in his tracks.
Call? Oh, no way. No way, dude. That was a very crisp scream if I had ever heard one. Right when we get call, followed up by jail. Weird. Yo, dude, that was 100% a scream. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. Coming from that way. Coming from right down that trail. Liam, jail, Liam. Dude, okay. The air is getting cool right here too. The air is getting very, very cool, and it's not like a breeze. It's not like a breeze is coming over this area. It's just, it feels cold. It feels like it's chilly out. I mean, it kind of is, but like, it's a temperature change for sure. Right here, it's like I crossed some imaginary line right there, and it got super cold out. And that was, so we had three things happen at once. We got spirit talker say call, heard a scream, and that's right when it got cold. Now, no, because it's not we're all around you.
Sounds like a perfectly normal walk in the forest at night, doesn't it? Most people would have run screaming the other way after hearing something like that. But not Dan. Nope, he just casually ignored it and kept moving forward, because apparently his story wasn't quite ready to be over. Or maybe he just likes making questionable decisions.
Emery. Am I alone here? Or is there something with me? Okay, yeah, I'll take that as I'm not alone. What in the was that, dude? I'll think Jeffrey was invoked. Ah. There's something moving over there. I think that was a small animal, but I heard that stick absolutely shatter from right over there.
After this final encounter, Dan finally came to his senses. It was time to leave this place behind for good.
Yeah, I'm out.
Dan spends the rest of the video recounting his time in what he now dramatically refers to as the evil forest. He describes the creeping sense of dread, the constant feeling of being watched, and the moment he spotted something that definitely wasn't in the brochure. Most people in the comments call it the Dogman, part cryptid, part local rumor, and apparently a fan of late-night forest strolls. Whatever it was enough to convince Dan that he'd overstayed his welcome. So ask yourself, could you spend a few hours alone in a haunted forest, surrounded by trees, fog, and possibly a werewolf with boundary issues? Dan did. Barely. When most people think of camping, they picture calm nights beneath the stars, warm campfires, and memories that last a lifetime. But the wilderness doesn't always play along. Sometimes, a night in nature becomes something far more disturbing, where eerie sounds, strange encounters, or unseen dangers turn peaceful trips into terrifying ordeals. These are 3 chilling camping moments that were caught on camera, and they just might make you think twice before pitching a tent again. Scottish Summiteer is a solo adventurer and filmmaker who's made it his mission to explore this side of Scotland. Not just the popular hikes and scenic routes, but the remote, the forgotten, and sometimes the unsettling. He camps alone, films everything himself, and doesn't shy away from places that give most people second thoughts. In this video, he takes on one of the stranger locations he's visited. A cave buried in the hills, known locally for its odd history and unsettling atmosphere.
Oh, right. Just take a minute. Okay, let's go in and investigate. Oh, that is a tight fit. Okay, I'm gonna head a little bit further and explore this tunnel. That one's definitely just a dead end. Right. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, this one is extremely tight. I'm at to duck down here, and I'm still barely scraping through. Okay. Well, that is not terrifying at all. Oh man, why has someone put that there? Right, I think it goes a little bit further. No, that's the end. So that is the end of the cave, just over there. Okay, I think I've explored the cave, and I've made sure that no one else is in here with me, which has just put me at ease. So I think I'm going to head back towards the entrance. That is terrifying. The fact that you just can't see anything. It's so dark in here. Okay. It has widened out and I can see some light. That was really cool.
He only begins unpacking and pitching his tent once he's sure the cave is safe. Not from ghosts, but from the usual risks. Signs of animals, loose rocks, or worse, other people. It's not paranoia, it's caution. When you're sleeping alone in a remote cave, caution isn't optional, it's survival.
So I decided to bring some Lorne sausage and some brioche rolls. They've been absolutely squashed in my backpack. For anyone that isn't Scottish or has never had Lorne sausage, it's basically just like normal sausage, but even better. And yeah, I'm actually just getting hungry just thinking about it. Let's get these made.
Dinner is simple, a burger cooked on a small stove. He eats alone in the dark, with the bust watching from across the cave. It's a strange moment, normal and surreal at the same time, like he's just camping. But somewhere he probably shouldn't be. Morning finally arrives. The first light creeps into the cave, pale and cold, but honestly, it's never looked better. There were no ghosts, no voices, no footsteps in the night, just the usual creaks, drips, and that unsettling bust. He packs up fast. No breakfast, no second thoughts, just a strong desire to be anywhere that isn't this cave. Spending the night here was quiet, maybe too quiet, but uneventful. Still, it's not the kind of place you forget easily. Would you do it? A night alone in a haunted Scottish cave. No ghosts, sure, but also no room for sleep. Since this is our first video, I'll just come right out with it. If you're enjoying the content, or just here for the creepy vibes, go ahead and hit subscribe. It's free, and if you regret it later, you can always take it back. No awkward goodbyes. Meet Grizzly Gaz, a wild camper and storyteller who leads you on unforgettable adventures deep into the heart of the UK's wilderness. With a blend of local history, folklore, and a sharp sense of humour, Gaz's journeys are as much about the stories as they are about the scenery. By his side is Fendi, his loyal French bulldog, charming, fearless, and often stealing the spotlight. But this trip, this one isn't like the others. It started like any other camping trip Gaz had taken, pitching the tent, cooking a simple meal, and settling in as the evening light faded. But just as the quiet of the woods began to settle, something disturbed the stillness. From that moment on, the night didn't feel so peaceful anymore.
We're going to chill out now, and I'll see you at morning. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Holy fuck.
Just as Gaz stepped outside to investigate the strange noise, something suddenly flew past his camp. Fast, silent and gone before he could get a proper look. Startled but still driven by curiosity, he ventured into the darkness, following the sounds that had been echoing through the night. But no matter how far he searched, he found nothing. Shaken by the experience, he eventually returned to his tent, hoping to clear his mind and get some rest, though sleep would not come easily after that.
Twigs breaking, or branches breaking. You alright, mate? It's alright, chill out. And I heard it sounded like a pig, but we ain't got any pigs over here. In England, well, not that I know of anyway. Fucking hell, Fendi.
Morning came, and Gaz, along with his sidekick, Fendi, made it through the night. The forest was calm and everything seemed perfectly normal, except for the mystery of the branch-snapping intruder. Still no clue who or what was out there. But hey, maybe it was just a really clumsy squirrel with a vendetta. Under the Weather is a YouTuber who shares his journey from armchair survivalist to outdoor explorer. He spends his time wild camping, hiking and living simply in the wild parts of Scotland. His videos show both the beauty and the challenges of being outdoors. This trip started like many others, calm and familiar. He found a quiet spot, pitched his tent, and lit the gas stove. Soon the smell of a simple camp meal filled the air. The only sounds were the forest around him and the occasional distant bird. Everything was going as expected. Then, naturally, something had to go wrong. Because what's a camping trip without a little unexpected chaos?
I've got a knife in here. I've got a knife! I've got a knife!
That camping knife? Yeah. Good luck with that.
But, there's no one here. Every time I come out, it's empty. Unless I come out the fucking river. I don't even think... No, because as I said, I'm basically on an island, so... There's no way that anyone could actually get it. Jesus Christ! Hello? 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 Jesus Christ! Fuck that. Hello? Did that noise again? It sounds like somebody laughing outside, but I have no idea. Huh, unless it's the kelpies. Oh. Hello? Right, I might have to leave. But I can't leave, so I'm stuck here for the whole night. What a night that was. Oh, that was terrifying. It sounded like hysterical laughing that woke me up. Yeah, I just heard people, somebody, noises around there. Like somebody was coming through the water, like your mind running wild.
That's enough for one trip. The wilderness has its own rules, and the unknown watches and waits in the dark, probably judging your camping skills. If this story gave you chills, Like and subscribe for more wild adventures and hopefully fewer surprises. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, some things are better left alone. See you out there, if you dare. Now for some quick tips to help pass the time, to help you avoid ending up in your own camping gone wrong video. Here are a few quick tips of what not to do on your next trip. Tip number 1. Don't skip checking your gear. Your fancy tent won't keep you dry if there's a giant hole you missed. Tip number 2. Bug spray is your best friend. Those mosquitoes don't take a vacation just because you're outside. Tip number 3. Practice makes perfect. Try setting up your tent or starting a campfire at home first, so you're not struggling in the rain or dark. Tip number 4. Pack snacks. Even the best adventurers struggle when they're hungry and hangry. Keep some extra treats handy. By keeping these in mind, you might just avoid some of the mishaps you saw today. Now let's bust some common camping myths. You might hear some of these before your next trip. Myth number 1. Mosquitoes only bite at night. Nope. They're pretty much ready to snack any time you're outside. Myth number 2. You can drink water directly from streams. Definitely don't do this without purifying. Those streams can hide germs and bacteria. Myth number 3. All bears are scary and territorial. Actually, most bears want to avoid you and won't bother unless they feel threatened. But it never hurts to be cautious. Camping is part adventure, part education. Knowing the real facts means you can enjoy your trip safely and confidently. Now, enjoy these beautiful camping views as we reach the 1-hour mark. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey. Love you all.